Fizz is one of the most mobile and high damage assassins in the game, but it takes more than landing your ult to be considered a good Fizz. In this video, we'll be looking at a Korean Grandmaster player who has a 74% win rating with Fizz in almost 200 games, and is considered to be the #1 Fizz player in the world. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Twigger, that of course is Lola, and we are back with another rendition of our #1 player in the World Series, and this time we are focused on this Fizz, who's ranked the #1 Fizz player in the world. He's a Korean master tier player, 172 games played with a 76.2% win rating. He averages 11.1 kills, 4.7 deaths, and 5.6 assists. And like, that's just an insane win rate, and also kill to death ratio in 172 games. So I don't really know what this guy's name is, because of course I don't speak Korean, I can't read Korean, and also on the replay client, the Korean characters just come up as these blocks. So kind of unfortunate that we can't see the name, but for those of you who maybe speak or read Korean, you can let us know in the comments below. Be sure to also hit a like for this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Love doing these #1 series. If you haven't seen these types of videos before, I'm gonna be mainly trying to focus on the Fizz during this game to see how he plays differently than your Fizz or even like a Platinum Fizz. But we are also gonna do a full game commentary. It's not just gonna be a full analysis on Fizz, because I feel as though we've got to know what's happening on around the rest of the map in order to see how this Fizz plays the map. If that makes any sense. If we just focus on the Fizz, we'll see some great plays, but doesn't show how the game might very well develop. So in terms of who we've got in this game, Darius versus Victor up in the top lane, Kha'Zix versus Camille in the jungle, Fizz versus Vladimir in the mid lane, and then Jace Gragas versus Tryndamere Morgana. Oh, sorry, no, Tryndamere is actually up in the top. There we go. So Tryndamere, so it's Victor Morgana bot. Can you please just go down? Thank you. There we go. So definitely some odd picks, I've got to say, just in terms of the overall gameplay. Jace, definitely an interesting ADC. Don't really see him too often anymore. But then up against a Victor, who knows how that one's going to go. Morgana, why did you come back up here? Get down here. Get down here. I'll move you then. That'll work. So I'm going to try to keep this minimized for as long as possible, just because I find it takes up a lot of the screen. Darius has already been ganked once by the Camille, and first blood actually going to go over to the Tryndamere, which is very unfortunate. For that Darius. But in terms of the Fizz runes, I'm going to put them right up here just so that way we can see exactly what he's running. From what I can tell from the op.gg about this game, he is running the Domination Tree as his primary, Electrocute, Sudden Impact, the Eyeball Collection, and also Ravenous Hunter for that additional healing, which surprises me because I've seen a lot of Fizzes go Ultimate Hunter to get that ultimate recharge back a little bit quicker. Then he's gone into the Triumph Tree with the Precision Tree with Triumph, and Coup de Grace, or Coup de Grace? I don't know, everybody always recorrects me on that one. And then, of course, he's gone for attack speed, adaptive force, and a little bit of additional magic resistance. And I think mainly the magic resistance is because he's going to be going up against his Vladimir. And I think we all know, as a melee champion against the Vladimir, you are in for a world of hurt for the first little bit of this game. He did start off with his E. But look at the damage already coming out. The pool being used by the Vladimir, and the Ignite also coming down. Not enough to kill the Fizz, but the Camille is actually very close to this one. So the Ignite being down from the Vlad is pretty big for our Fizz player. You might be able to capitalize on that one, but Vladimir, once again, just especially a Vladimir this tier, should be able to abuse this Fizz in the early goings of things. But there goes the flash. The Kha'Zix is here. The Ignite go down from the Fizz as well, and that's going to be a kill for our Fizz with the help of the jungle Kha'Zix. It was just one of those situations that, since the Vladimir had already used his Ignite previously, didn't really have any kill pressure there. Fizz jumps in, Kha'Zix was there for the gank, Ignite goes down. Vlad also flashed away because he was just trying to get away from the Fizz. But the funny thing was that it wasn't just the Fizz who was there, it was the Kha'Zix as well. So very nice little thing, 1-1, currently 4 minutes into the game, already about 500 gold lead in favor of this blue team. If it was a 5,000 gold lead, we have a different discussion to be had. But in terms of how this game will progress, when you look at the champions, the blue side having somebody like a Darius and also a Fizz pretty darn good scaling in the late game. They do a lot of damage late. I find Jace falls off, but here's the gank. Camille trying to come in, misses the flash Etho, and is not going to be able to secure the kill onto the Jace. A lot of damage coming down from the turret onto the Camille, and that's going to be enough for the Gragas to pick up a kill on the enemy team jungler. That was just a horrible misplay from these players. That Camille just completely whiffed the flash E to increase the range of that grappling hook to kill the Jace. So that's just ending up being a free kill for that Gragas. The Jace, I believe, also picking up an assist on that one. Yes, he did. And Morgana's still here. The Kha'Zix is here, though, and he's going to get the kill onto the Morgana. Just once again, an absolute fustercluck in this bot lane. So many misplays, which is, you know, it's kind of refreshing to see when you're kind of like a platinum player like myself in NA, to see that these like Korean challenger and master tier players can sometimes make mistakes too. So we are seeing that the Fizz looks like, well, he's got 2 points in both his W and his E. Most Fizz players tend to max their E first to have it on the lowest possible cooldown. It's also a great source of wave clear, which you normally lack on Fizz. But you can kind of jump in, make sure that you can clear the wave out. And you can also escape on a very low cooldown. So we do see that the Camille is here supporting the Vladimir. There could very well be a counter gank from this Kha'Zix, who's currently just on that bot side river. But I think they are definitely posing for a gank here. Fizz is just trying to get every CS he can. Is going to take some damage from the Vladimir, but he's just trying to farm up. He doesn't know that the Camille's there because of that pink ward, but unfortunately it doesn't look like anything's actually going to happen. A little bit of damage going down onto this Morgana, and is going to get sniped by that Kha'Zix W. Kha'Zix just seems to be in the right place at the right time, and I love that his name is Broccoli. That's just too good. So here comes the Fizz in for a gank. The Victor is going to be getting dove here. The ultimate coming down is going to land from the Fizz. He's going to just hold the turret aggro as long as possible. Use that minion with his Q to get out of that one. So that was just very nice. A great part about Fizz as well, for those of you who don't know, using his E, his Playful Trickster, he can actually reset the turret aggro. So he did the perfect thing there, which was just basically take the turret aggro initially, use his Playful Trickster to drop the aggro. Everybody did the damage onto the Victor, and they secured themselves a kill. I believe that was now his second kill of the game, and he already, only 6.5 minutes into this game, already has a 450 gold bounty. Boy, you gotta love that bounty system now. In terms of his items, he did go back and pick up a blasting wand. Ooh, lots of damage coming down here. There's the Tryndamere ultimate. Darius already used his ultimate. It's going to take a lot of damage. You're going to try to get the upper hand. The flash coming down, though, but it is going to be a traded kill. Camille came in here to get the kill onto the Darius. So overall, more worth it for the red team, getting an assist and a kill on that one. But Darius actually managing to secure a kill onto that Tryndamere just with that great apprehend and the turret assistance. So yeah, Fizz did start with that corrupting pot. He now, of course, does have the Dark Seal, the first dragon as well, going over to the blue side. For those of you as well who don't know, a great starting item for somebody you know is going to be taking a lot of harassment in the lane, such as a Fizz going up against a Vladimir. The Corrupting Potion, first of all, great amounts of healing and also rejuvenation of your mana. But look at that, he's already diving in on this Vladimir. Stops the turret aggro as well, so just kind of jumping in almost like an Akali shroud, just resetting the turret aggro. But then, of course, the Corrupting Pot with the Dark Seal, you get 25% additional healing from potions. So look at that, there's the Ignite going down. He does have his Playful Trickster up now, but I don't think it's going to be enough to actually secure the kill onto the Vladimir. If he had his Playful Trickster up, he probably would have secured the kill on that one. But now here comes the Camille. Is this going to be enough? Really nice ultimate coming down from the Fizz, going to hold her up for just a little bit. Unfortunately, it looks like the, I think it was the red smite going down onto that Fizz, not enough to pick up the kill, and he is going to manage to escape that one. In terms of how the CS is currently going, it's dead even in the mid lane, which is actually nuts, 55 to 55. When you consider how good Vladimir is at harassing the enemy team, especially the laner if he's a melee champion, Fizz has done a great job at last sitting under turret and making sure that he's providing enough pressure against the Vladimir so that way Vladimir doesn't have a field day against this Fizz. And we're also seeing now an Aether Wisp has been picked up by the Fizz as well. I'm assuming that's going to be turned into a Lich Bane at some point. Lich Bane, of course, having the Sheen item on Fizz is absolutely essential, but I've also seen people build things like Proto Belt. So I'm not entirely sure which way he's going to take this build, but we are seeing as well that he is maxing his E first. So that I find is a very standard thing. Having that on the lowest cooldown possible and also having the additional damage to make sure that you can clear out the minion wave with just one E is pretty amazing. Vladimir is now going to get a little bit of ward coverage, but Vlad did just see the Kazakhs come around this side. So once again, Fizz is just doing a really good job at kind of keeping this Vladimir at bay. The Tryndamere is going to take a little bit of damage from that Darius. Just trying to focus on everything that's happening in the lane. But oh, there we go. The engagement coming down from the Tryndamere, doing a lot of damage. It does have that Tiamat for the additional damage. Tryndamere is going to try to dive this one. There's the ultimate from the Darius. Not going to be enough yet. The Undying Rage coming over from the Tryndamere, and that's going to be a secure kill. And one more turret shot is not going to be enough. Unfortunately, his ultimate was still active, and that's going to be, I believe, Tryndamere's second kill of the game against this Darius. Darius is still winning barely in terms of farm, but here goes the Fizz. That's such a great combo that you see on Fizz, just to proc the electrocute, jumping in with your E, using the W to get that additional damage off to get the electrocute, and then using your Q to fly through the Vladimir to actually make it an escape route rather than a more aggressive route. But here goes the Fizz going up towards the top side. He does have his Chum the Waters available. That ultimate is clutch. But is he going to land it? Is he going to go for this? He is going to dive through this using the Q. Amazing ultimate landing onto the Tryndamere. He doesn't have his ultimate either, and that's going to be a free kill for the Fizz. That was just such a great prediction, throwing that ultimate out with the Q in almost simultaneous rhythm with the Fizz Q, throwing that out, making sure that he knew that the Tryndamere was going to try to juke it with his E, and it just wasn't enough. So Fizz picking up, I believe, his third kill of the game, already 600 gold bounty. He goes back, he's got 4 Dark Seal stacks, and he's already picked up his Sheen. So we were correct in thinking that he's going to be rushing a Lichbane, which is kind of interesting, I've got to say. Normally, you don't see people pick up the Lichbane first because the amount of bonus damage that it does is, it goes with how much AP you have. And of course, at the beginning of the game, you don't really have a whole lot of AP to work with. So maybe not the most damage going to be coming out of that one, but definitely curious to see, man. His Fizz is way better than mine, so I'm curious to see how he ends up building this guy. Nice Black Shield, but an even better cast to break that Black Shield. Camille is now going in. Nice hit away from the Jace, just trying to buy himself a little bit of time. Getting that Camille down solo and is going to secure the kill. And with all that being said and done, the Fizz is in the mid lane fighting this Vladimir. The ultimate from Vlad is going to go down, but unfortunately can't get any more damage off to have that magic damage amplification work in his favor. Vlad is about half HP now. Gonna reset the turret aggro not to take too much damage there. If Fizz had his ultimate, that would probably be a dead Vladimir, but we're definitely seeing some pretty amazing plays from this blue side. I like the support Gragas as well. Definitely a more niche support pick. But you know me and off-meta Mondays and things like that. I like seeing those off-meta supports. It's not the most off-meta I've ever seen, but here goes the Fizz jumping in on this Vlad one more time. Does not have, he didn't actually get his Ignite off. If he got his Ignite off onto that Vladimir, he might have very well secured himself a kill, but right now it looks like the Kazakhs is in a little bit of a pickle here. He does have his stopwatch, which is kind of an interesting pickup for that. Kazakhs going to keep himself alive for a little bit longer, and also the Camille having it as well. Is Fizz going to be able to secure an absolute clutch 3v1? No, he is not. The Morgana picking up the shutdown on that Fizz. To be honest, I think if you're the Fizz player, you're actually not overly upset about the Morgana picking up that kill, because you gave a 600 gold shutdown, 650 gold shutdown to the support player, which I think is definitely better than it going on a Camille jungle or a Vladimir mid. Once again, these top laners are dueling it out. The Darius is now a lot more tanky than he once was. The bleed is going to go down onto this Tryndamere. Not going to kill him, though, but now Trynd does not have ultimate. The Darius doesn't have his ultimate either, and it looks like the Tryndamere has flash, but the Darius does not. So a little bit of an advantage for that Tryndamere, especially with that additional healing he gets from his Q. And it looks like the first turret of the game going down in favor of that bot side with Jason Gragas. But in terms of the overall CS here, 96 to 88 in favor of the Darius, 84 to 51. Big difference in the jungle currently for that Kazakhs. 89 to 97. Vladimir pulling ahead a little bit in terms of CS in the mid lane. And then 106 to 76 in favor of the Jace. So the Jace pickup against this Victor is definitely working out in Jace's favor. But I'm curious to see, and we're also seeing this Kazakhs has so much objective control that it's just absolutely unreal. He's already gotten the Ocean Dragon and the Infernal Dragon, which I can pretty well argue are two of the best early game dragons in the game. I think the Mountain Dragon is the best late game dragon to have, but having these two for additional damage and healing during the laning phase is incredible. The Rift Herald has been summoned by the Kazakhs, and it looks like the damage is going to go down onto that turret. Is it going to be enough? No, one more attack would have done it, but he did get that charge off, so they are going to try to take down this mid turret. It looks like everybody's kind of posing for a dive here or something. Fizz is going to jump into a little bit of damage, but then it's just going to use that Q to E out. Man, the Jace Shockwave doing about a quarter of Morgana's damage, but it looks like the Gragas is going to go down, just caught up by that Camille grappling hook, and I think that's going to be the end of that fight. Vladimir trying to get in, trying to see what he can do, but unfortunately with the Gragas being dead, you lose a big engage tool in that explosive cask. But right now, Kha'Zix is just sitting on the edge, just waiting for these guys to engage a little bit further. Darius is now going to be maybe in a little bit of trouble. Looks like a couple of people are going to be going his way, but I really want to focus on what the Fizz is doing. Looks like the Fizz is going to get the Chum the Waters onto the Tryndamere. Tryndamere does have his ultimate available, though, so they're not really going to be able to secure a kill on him quite yet. The Darius also fell to that Camille, Morgana, and Victor. And I think that's going to be probably the end of this fight. Kind of a messy fight from the blue side. Unfortunately, that Greg is being caught out, but the Kha'Zix is going to jump and do almost the entirety of Camille's health bar, and flashing away isn't even going to be enough. The Camille trying everything, trying desperately to get away from that Kha'Zix, and it just was not even close to being enough. The slow from the Fizzy is going to be enough to slow down the Vladimir, but unfortunately, the Jace damage not all there to kill him. It's the thing, too, that Vladimir just seems to be so innately tanky as well with the addition of his healing. So very, very difficult guy to take down. But right now, Kha'Zix is just running rampant in this enemy team jungler. I feel really bad for the Camille's currently 1-4 against his 4-1-3 Kha'Zix. So yeah, right now 4-1-3 for the Kha'Zix, 4-1-0 for the Fizz. Two absolutely terrified people. Explosive cast coming down onto the Victor. Unfortunately, not a full AP Gragas, so not going to be doing the type of damage that a full AP mid Gragas would do. Trying to set up a nice little damage boost from that Jace, and I love how quickly this Jace is getting that accelerated shock blast off. It's pretty damn impressive. Ooh, we do have a disconnect, though, onto that Kha'Zix. Hopefully, it's just a connection issue. Hopefully, he comes back, because that right now is a very fed member of your team that you do not want to go. The flash coming in from the Vladimir with the Predator going on, trying to take down this Jace. It is going to be enough. It was a great body slam from the Gragas to try to keep him off a little bit. We do also have the Kha'Zix reconnecting, but that Vladimir, that was so aggressive. The Gragas did a great job at knocking the Vladimir back after he engaged. It was a very quick reactionary body slam, but unfortunately the Vladimir just had so much damage with that Ignite going down as well. But Fizz right now did pick up his stopwatch. He does also have the Lucidity boots, so some additional cooldown reduction. Finished off his Lichbane and now has a Fiendish Codex. So seeing the stopwatch and the Fiendish Codex, thinking it's probably going to be Azonia's Hourglass. If I were a betting man, I would say that that's what he's going for next. And Hourglass is such a good item to have on Fizz because, of course, being a melee champion, being an assassin, you kind of put yourself in awkward positions in team fights. But if you use your E to engage and get a lot of damage down, if you've maxed that first, which he has, he uses his Azonia's Hourglass. By the time he's done the stasis effect, he'll be able to use his E again and escape. But we do have 3 people coming up to gank this Fizz. I don't know if he's going to be able to get out of this one. Maybe he'll just try to look for a kill. But unfortunately, the binding is going to land. Not going to be enough, though, and he is going to dodge the grappling hook. And Gragas is now here. The team is collapsing. Camille is going to go down to our Fizz. It looks like they're now on the retreat. This red side maybe bit off a little bit more than they could chew. Broccoli's Kha'Zix is going to be on a killing spree now. And Fizz and Gragas picking up another kill onto that Vladimir. I think maybe getting a shutdown on that one. Actually, no, it was... Oh, yeah, it was. No, Vladimir shut down the Jace. My bad. They are going to now try to look for this Victor. The Flash going to come out, try to avoid that one, but the speed up from the Jace's acceleration gate, so much damage coming down so quickly from this Fizz, and that is going to be a free kill. Jace getting the assist for speeding up his little slippery mid laner, and now 15-8 in favor of this blue side. Fizz now sitting at 6-1-2. The Kha'Zix at 5-1-5, having more connectivity issues, which is unfortunate, but seems as though it hasn't really stopped him from dominating this game. Right now, we're sitting at a 34,000 to 28,700 gold lead. So, it's a big gold lead now, about 6,000 gold in favor of this blue side. But the thing is, not really that big of a deal when you see that the enemy team still has that first tier bot lane turret, and now you've got 700 gold bounty on the Fizz and a 600 gold bounty on this Kha'Zix. It looks like the red side is now posing for their first dragon of the game. It is an Infernal Dragon, so they will definitely want to get this one to have that extra bit of damage. It looks like the Fizz went back and actually purchased his Zoni's Hourglass, so we were right on that one. Is the Kha'Zix going to go for the steal? No, he's not. It would be dumb to go for the steal. I always love seeing it in high ELO play, but to be honest, you've got a 600 gold bounty. You're probably going to guarantee a death by jumping into that pit because he doesn't have his flash available, but still like to see it. So Fizz now, Lichbane, Zoni's Hourglass, Lucidity Boots, and also an additional Blasting Wand. Not entirely sure what he's going to turn that one into when he goes back to base, but some pretty good itemage as well from everybody else. Darius picking up that Trinity Force, some pretty big items coming out of the Tryndamere as well with the Nashor's Tooth. Vladimir only has the Proto Belt so far, so he's definitely going to look for some additional damage. Right now, he's just kind of relying on his innate base damage with the Proto Belt for engage. He is going to Predator up, it seems. At least I heard the Predator sound go off. I'm not entirely sure who was using that one, but the Kha'Zix is going to find the Tryndamere. Look at that damage. He is going to use his Undying Rage. Cass coming out from the Gragas trying to get a kill onto that Morgana. The E from the Fizz is going to be enough to secure the kill on that one. It looks like the Black Shield just didn't do anything against that Gragas. The stopwatch is going to be used by the Fizz. Going to get the E onto the Vladimir, and that is going to be enough with the additional Q and W to get a kill onto the Vlad. Sorry, it wasn't the stopwatch. It was the full Zhonya's Hourglass, so he's going to have that one back. And as we're seeing just with this Fizz play, I love that ability of him to just use his E to jump in there and get the majority of the minions down, and then using another minion to Q out and away. So using the Q rather than, it is still an aggressive Q because you're using it on something else, but you're using it also as an escape tool, which I just think is really interesting, and I think it's something that you only really see on high ELO Fizz play. But right now, this blue side doing work. 8, 1, and 2 for our Fizz with 151 CS over the 3, 3, and 1 with 136 Vladimir. But here comes the fight that we've been seeing so frequently in this top side. It's actually in the bot side now. Tryndamere does have his ultimate available. The ultimate coming down from the Darius, forcing the ultimate from the Tryndamere. But look at that, just trying to use great flash coming up from the Darius, and that is looking like it's going to be the end of the fight. Morgana is coming down to try to maybe help out this Tryndamere, but this has been, in terms of top lanes, this has been such a close matchup between these two, trading ultimates all the time, trading flashes. It really has been a little bit more in Tryndamere's favor, as you can see, 2, 2, and 1 to the 1, 4, and 1 of the Darius, but I feel like both of them have been playing these fights very, very well. So the Fizz didn't have enough money to go back and buy anything. He does have 10 stacks on his Dark Seal, which I always find that interesting little piece of time where, do you upgrade it to a Magi's Soul Stealer? That's always my thing. In low ELO, absolutely. You're starting off with 10 Magi stacks and you're 8 and 1, so you're feeling pretty good, feeling confident that you're going to get more kills to stack that thing up. I don't know about this type of high ELO play, though, whether or not he's going to go for that, but looks like the Kha'Zix getting a kill onto that Morgana just all by himself. The Fizz is now going to try to get up here to maybe chase down this Vladimir. Unfortunately, that accelerated blast did not hit the Vladimir. If it did, I think the Fizz might have jumped in. The Chum the Waters is going to go down onto that Camille, taking out like half of her HP. It looks like the Fizz is going to have to try to run away from this one now, though. Is getting slowed down. The grappling hook going down as well. The Ignite going down onto the Camille is going to burn that Guardian Angel. Flash coming down for the Fizz as well. Is going to use that E to get away. Getting 2 flashes out of both. I think the Tryndamere... No, sorry, not the flash. It was just the E. The flash coming down from the Vladimir. Darius is now here for a little bit of support, but unfortunately the Fizz is already dead from that Vladimir. Darius is now here going to try to get the ultimate off, but unfortunately, once again, the Tryndamere has his own ultimate, so nothing's going to come out from that one. And while all that was happening in that side, the blue team just went and duoed the Baron Nashor, which is absolutely insane. And now Kha'Zix good, trying to do work against this Camille. Not going to be enough, though, and an 800 gold shutdown going to go in favor of the Camille, even though she didn't have the Guardian Angel available. With that flash, was able to escape the grasp of that Kha'Zix. So we get... Oops, I accidentally paused it. I'm not entirely sure how the hell I get... There we go. Look at me. I'm learning my tools. So it looks like the Jace going in onto that Morgana. Not going to be enough to secure a kill there. Victor is also incredibly low as well. 20 to 12. Oh, but there we go. The snipe from the Jace. This Morgana's staying at a very low HP, which I don't think is a very smart idea, but they do have the Camille there for some support, but this Jace right now is very, very strong. Morgana is going to go in. Is she going to land a binding? No, she's currently just going to use her Tormented Soil to try to get some damage down. The Jace is going to miss its accelerated shock blast, and right now the Camille doing a lot of damage, but the Jace is so strong. Ignite coming down from the Gragas is going to be enough to secure a kill, but here comes the Tryndamere, just going to two-shot that Jace. The Fizz is now coming up, probably going to secure a kill onto this Morgana. Yep, that one was easy, just a nice auto attack with that W. The Chum the Waters is going to come down onto the Tryndamere. The Tryndamere does have his ultimate available, though. It seems like he always has his ultimate available. The ultimate coming down from the Vladimir as well onto the Fizz. Not going to be enough, though. The pool having to be used. He doesn't have his flash available either, so Fizz is going to try to chase this one down. Is he going to secure another kill? No. Knows that the Victor's up. Might just want to run away from this one, because the Victor being up does provide a lot of damage, and he doesn't want to just give up his life that easily. But no, he is actually going to go in on this one. Going to have to try to run away here. The Victor ultimate is going to do a lot of damage, but looks like the Kha'Zix managing to get a secure double kill. The Q onto the Vladimir to secure that one, and also the W onto the Victor. Manages to get a kill there. So 23.5 minutes in this game. We got a 10-2 and 5 Kha'Zix with a 9-2 and 3 Fizz. Fizz is now in a world of trouble, using that E to try to buy himself a little bit of time. The E is going to be up in 3 seconds. Unfortunately, the status effect from the Zhonya's is going to go down, and it looks like the Camille is going to go down to the Fizz, picking up his 11th kill of this game. And it looks like the Tryndamere running a little bit rampant onto this Kha'Zix, going to pick up himself up another kill, his 7th, and now he's fighting the Darius. What an absolute shock. Tryndamere has his ultimate available. Going to chase down this Darius, and that's going to be a triple kill, basically, for this Tryndamere. I feel like it's been non-stop action this entire time. But here comes the Gragas explosive cast, not going to be enough. Unfortunately, he was the flash coming in, and the W is going to be enough to secure a kill onto that Tryndamere. And Darius also getting the assist for that one. So that's a good guy Gragas support right there, making sure that his Darius got a little bit of piece of that action. The Morellonomicon being picked up by the Fizz, which I think is a really, really smart purchase. So he's also got another needlessly large rod in his inventory. That could really be built into anything. I'm assuming it might be a Rabadon's Death Cap just to get that a little bit of additional AP, which will, of course, make your Lich Bane hit that extra little bit harder. Because as you guys can see, it's currently dealing an additional 290 bonus magic damage, which is pretty damn insane for like that one attack is going to be chunking people down a lot. So getting more AP, and there's no more AP than a Rabadon's Death Cap. So curious to see if he's going to go for that. It's crazy the dragons that have been in this game, though. An Ocean Dragon and then 3 Infernal Drakes. So these guys are going to be doing a lot of damage. I think right now the win condition for this red side is this Tryndamere. He's just been doing absolute work. Got Blade of the Ruin King, also got a Gnasher's Tooth. It looks like we're going to finally see the fight that we've been looking for. Tryndamere going up against the Fizz. The ultimate is being used. He's going to go straight onto this Kha'Zix, but it looks like it's actually not going to be a 1v1. It's going to be a Kha'Zix and a Fizz and also a Jace. Unfortunately, the Ignite probably not going to be enough. No, getting away with under 50 HP, and that was going to be the Fizz ultimate and also Ignite being used, but Fizz's ultimate on a 40-second cooldown right now. It's going to be up in such a short period of time, and that's even without the ultimate Hunter. He did go for that Ravenous Hunter, so just Fizz's ultimate being on such a short cooldown when you've got things like the Zoni's Hourglass and the Lich Bane giving yourself so much CDR. And it looks like right now the blue side is just barreling down on this mid lane inhibitor. Fizz is trying to hold off both the Camille and the Vladimir. He's not going to have his ultimate up quite yet, but right now it's taking 2 people on this red side to deal with this Fizz, while everybody else from the blue side is just getting themselves a free inhibitor, trying to now block off the escape from this red side. Everybody's now just going to collapse on this top turret, trying to take down this inhibitor turret, maybe get 2 inhibitors down. And the Fizz is going to go in and try to use his Playful Trickster to get away from that one. Grappling Hook is going to miss. Nice slows. A great engage from the Vladimir, getting that ultimate down on 3 people, especially with the E. The first kill of the game is going to go down. Not the game, sorry, the end-all fight. Gragas is going to go down. It looks like the Guardian Angel being used by that Camille. Fizz is now trying to run away from this one. The Undying Rage being used by the Tryndamere, going to keep himself alive once again. Accelerated Shock Blast is going to be enough. It wasn't even accelerated to kill the Tryndamere. And the flash coming down from the Jace as well. Fizz is going to be here. Does have his Playful Trickster up and available. He's going to secure a kill after the flash onto that Victor. Now it's just the Vladimir alive. Vladimir versus the Kha'Zix, Jace, and Fizz. I don't know if he's going to be enough to secure the defeat on this, to stop the defeat on this one. Seems like there's just been so much damn action, I'm losing my ability to speak. Vladimir is going to take a lot of damage, and that is going to be the ace, and the Jace picking up his 7th kill of the game. So I think that one is actually going to be the end here. 12, 3, and 6 with 210 CS in that Fizz's pocket. Very, very well played. Is going to jump in, try to get another kill, but he didn't even get the assist on that one, but luckily enough, he is not going to die to the fountain. Amazing play coming out of that Fizz. You can definitely see why he is the rank 1 Fizz in the world, especially in a tough matchup like a Vladimir. He just showed how to play aggressive, how to still get CS, and then how to affect the later fights in the game, as an assassin is normally a very difficult thing. If you enjoyed a video like this, please hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm going to now turn it over to the next screen to go and see all of the damage that was dealt this game and go over the end screen. So as we can see, this Fizz was definitely a hard carry, with 12 champion kills and over 27,000 damage dealt. A couple interesting stats to point out though. This Fizz didn't seem to do much warding in this game, only placing 4 wards in the entire game, but he did really well in terms of CS with 210, and for a melee champion against a Vladimir, I'd say that's pretty impressive. If you haven't already, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and if you have any suggestions for champions you'd like to see featured in this series, leave a comment down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.